In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college basketball games happening on February 19, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best bet single picks, best bet parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Kansas versus TCU. The number 5 Kansas Jayhawks make the trip to Dallas to take on the number 22 TCU Horned Frogs at the Skullmayer Arena on Monday in a conference showdown. The Horned Frogs and the Jayhawks have split the series between them evenly recently, with each team winning 2 games in the past 4. TCU blew out then number 2 Kansas 83-60 on the Jayhawks' home court earlier this year. It was TCU's first ever win at the Skullmayer Arena, having lost 11 straight games prior to this year's matchup. TCU hit 54.4% of their shots and 53.3% of their three-point attempt, while limiting Kansas to 39% shooting from the field. TCU has only 2 wins in the past 10 games overall versus the Jayhawks, dating back to 2019. Kansas has won 4 games in a row and 3 of their last 4 on the road. They have a 9-4 record away from their home court this season. TCU snapped a 4-game losing streak by defeating Oklahoma on Saturday. They are 3-1 in their last 4 home games and have a 12-3 record there this season. Kansas is 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 games overall and 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 games against a team with a winning record, while the over is 5-1 in their last 6 games against a team with a winning percentage above .600. TCU is 9-2-1 against the spread in their last 12 home games and 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 games against a team with a winning road record, while the under is 5-0 in their last 5 games against a team with a winning record. Kansas is red hot lately, and they are poised to make a run at both the Big 12 title as usual and maybe even the number 1 overall seed in the NCAA tournament. Lots of tough opponents still stand in the way though, not the least of which is a Horned Frogs team that is better than you think. Be careful not to get caught just looking at recent box scores as you bet this game, because the 4 consecutive losses by TCU would mislead you. One massive factor has changed since then. Mike Miles is again healthy for the Frogs. He is one of the best guards in the country, and he changes everything for this team. If you want to find a reason to back Kansas, you can find lots of people who will make the case for you. In fact, as of the time of the making of this video, over 70% of the tickets were on the Kansas side. Kansas is good, really good, and they are hot right now. So why go with TCU? Here are a few reasons. First, home court matters a ton in the Big 12. Winning a road game in this conference should count double. Second, TCU smoked Kansas on Kansas' home floor a month ago. TCU won 83-60, and that was a game that Jalen Wilson put up 30 for the Jayhawks. The Jayhawks have improved since then, especially when it comes to their depth, but that road win should not be quickly dismissed. Third, when the Frogs are healthy, I think they are the best team in this conference. This is obviously the game where they have to prove it, but don't sleep on the Frogs. If TCU struggles, it will be because they are not making threes. They shoot less than 30% from behind the arc, and you can bet Kansas will try to force the Frogs to beat them from deep. Even still, I think this is a trap game for Kansas. These Frogs are good, and they might well make some noise on the national stage. Be patient and get the best number you can hear, and I wouldn't be surprised if this number swings in Kansas' favor by tip-off. Also, if you have not seen this gym floor, brace yourselves. It is hard on the eyes. So the TCU Horned Frogs to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Kansas has gone over the point total in 3 of their last 4 games and has scored 78 points or more in each game during that stretch. TCU has gone over in 4 of their last 7 games and scored 100 points on Saturday. Kansas and TCU currently rank 64th and 59th in pace of play respectively. This is a TCU team that was clearly invigorated with the return of Mike Miles Jr., but the defensive issues remain for TCU as they still gave up 75 points. I think they'll give up points here as well, but Kansas has been involved in a few high-scoring games as well lately, and I believe this ends up being another high-scoring affair. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Minnesota versus Illinois. Floundering Big Ten teams have a shot at getting it together when the Minnesota Golden Gophers head to Champaign to play the Illinois Fighting Illini for the second time this season. When these teams met in Minnesota a month ago, Illinois cruised to a 78-60 victory, dominating the second half. It marked the third straight Illinois win over Minnesota, all on the road. The Fighting Illini haven't hosted the Golden Gophers in basketball since December 2020, but have also taken 3 straight home games over the Golden Gophers. The Fighting Illini have covered the spread in 9 of their last 11 games. That includes 6 of their last 7 at home. They already covered once this season against Minnesota, and that was when the Golden Gophers were on their home floor. Illinois had a 50-29 advantage on the glass in that game, and with the Fighting Illini ranked in the top 20 nationally for rebounds per game, I expect another lopsided rebounding edge on Monday. The Golden Gophers are just 9-13-2 against the spread this season. They're going to have to score a lot of points to cover at Illinois, but their offense ranks well outside the top 300 nationally in most major offensive categories. And now they're up against an Illinois team that boasts the 33rd ranked field goal defense. The Illini had a good showing against a talented Indiana team on Saturday but couldn't quite pull out the victory. Illinois shot 39.3% in that one and got out-rebounded 41-37, but the team was still in a winning position later in the game. These teams last met up back on January 16th in a 78-60 Illinois win at Williams Arena. This Minnesota offense was better against Penn State, but I still don't trust them. Illinois is averaging 75 points and they are going to have no issue running up the score in this game. Minnesota is going to finish under their season average of 61.2, and that will be the difference as Illinois is going to get the job done. Minnesota has now dropped 9 straight games and I don't see them getting close here, so the Illinois Fighting Illini to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Illinois defense, which is already elite and held Minnesota to 60 in the first game, is even better at home. In Champaign, they are only allowing 60 points per game on 39% shooting and 28.9% from 3. Minnesota has one of the worst defenses in the country. The under has hit in 5 of 7 for the Fighting Illini and 5 of 8 for the Golden Gophers. Illinois may speed up the pace as they rank 66th in adjusted tempo, but it won't matter. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. UC Irvine versus Cal Poly. It's a President's Day clash in the Big West as the Cal Poly Mustangs host the UC Irvine Anteaters on Monday. Cal Poly is last in the Big West at 7-21 overall and 1-5 in the Big West, while UC Irvine is first in the conference at 19-8 overall and 12-3 in the conference. But in their previous meeting on February 9th, the Mustangs gave Irvine all they could handle, losing by just 155-54 as a 13.5-point underdog. UC Irvine is 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 games following an against the spread loss. The under is 4-1 in UC Irvine's last 5 road games, and the under is 9-4 in their last 13 Monday games. Cal Poly is 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 Monday games and 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 games. The under is 7-3 in Cal Poly's last 10 home games. The home team is 5-2 against the spread in these two teams' last 7 head-to-head meetings. Cal Poly is a big underdog here, as would be expected with the worst team in the conference facing the best team in the conference. But the highlight of the Mustangs season came against these same Anteaters about a week ago, and that should give them the confidence that they can hang with the Anteaters. Their best bet is to run the same playbook as they did last week, slow it down, win the battle of the boards, us their physical advantage, and keep it close. They can slow this game down enough, which in turn allow them to keep it close. So the Cal Poly Mustangs to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Cal Poly's offense is flat out anemic. They only average about 60 points per game, and they rank number 347 in the country in offensive efficiency. On top of that, they play at one of the slowest paces in the country, ranking number 329 in tempo. This leads to a lot of low-scoring games, like we saw the last time these two teams met, which went under. Overall, the under is 17-9 in games Cal Poly has played this season, and it's not difficult to see why. Plus, Irvine is an excellent defensive team that gives up only 66 points per game and ranks 86th in the nation in defensive efficiency. I don't see Cal Poly getting out of the late 50s in this one. I just believe that this is a game that finishes in the 120s. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.